professor.
Leave my computer alone.
His name was Francis Boyle. He told Francis Boyle, the strongest argument your people have is that, meaning the Hawaiian people, because he's our attorney, is that you folks still live on your land, you still asserting your right, and your people still asserting their right to statehood.
Let me throw one question out. Thank you. Is that where? I mean, is there a consensus among the Hawaiian people, and what is there a consensus about at this point? I mean, if not process,
I think the consensus is we're in trouble.
Yeah, no, there's
That's true.
Yeah.
The consensus, we know it. We know it. We don't do something soon. We will be in deeper trouble.
need land.
We understand that.
Yes.
If we remain under the system run by people like Governor Ige or Abercrombie and the so-called system, the federal, no child left behind, race for the top, and all these programs, they will erase us.
250,000 Hawaiians on the continent yearning to come home. That's what we really, we need to make space for them. 250,000 Hawaiians. Every one of my cousins want to come home. They want to come home to some land. Everybody's crying. When can we come home? Well, how can we get some land? How can we afford anything? We can barely afford anything. I'm a professor. I was living with 3 generations in one small townhouse. We got only land going down the hillside, so as we're planting the food on the hillside. And really, my son-in-law goes out to hunt pigs to bring food for the family. It's hard right now to live in Hawaii, and it's hard when you're Hawaiian and you believe that we shouldn't be destroying the land. That's our belief. That's our ancestor. You cannot buy and sell your grandmother. We shouldn't be buying and selling the land. We should certainly not be desecrating places that are sacred to our ancestors.
what you were saying.
No, our people just gotta exercise the right. They gotta assert. They gotta more and more of us assert, like Mauna Kea, like get evictions going on. People just totally like saying, hey, we're not going to do this anymore. The hell with it. Take your house off. Take the house. The house belongs to you.
Peter, your own feeling about what is the consensus among the Hawaiians? The consensus is we're in trouble, but beyond that, it seems like there's.
I don't know. And I tell you, we did the last actual real scientific poll that was conducted on the question of sovereignty was in 1999. And there was no difference between the reaction from Hawaiians and non-Hawaiians. It was split 50-50 on the question of sovereignty.
Now, and there was less education that time.
And there was far less education. So it would be really cool, I think, if we could do one today somehow and figure out where we stand. Hawaiians.
I just want to say, I think part of the problem
the worst thing.
The media fails to express and understand that if you actually looked, all that I just said tonight, I'm talking factual evidence. I can quote, Williamson Chang, oldest professor, UH School of Law. I can quote doctor, PhDs, MAs, educators, medical doctors, up the yin yang. And they will say exactly what I just said. The facts are there. Hawaiians have become educated. The masses are becoming more and more educated. See, that's why I said, I don't really care about polls. And I've asked OHA many times. I would wish that they went and had real testimonies. Go to the islands. As Queen Liliuokalani said, right? What did she say about the voice of the people? The voice of the people is the voice of God. Let's go out and collect testimonies like the DOI. Let's go invite everybody.
Yes, but that everybody had felt that they had a place at those testimonies. A lot of people felt afraid.
Okay, let's change.
Okay, how do we change that?
I just said,
there's a climate of fear when you walk in and people attack you.
Okay, let me finish. Let me just finish. I just said, everybody, all people, forever. You put your word down forever. You put them on paper, write down forever. So we know when the great-grandkids later on when they hear what the tutu said, they know where the tutu was said. I support it all the way down. I support a process where everybody, every Hawaiian, especially those Hawaiians who refuse to give up their nationality, are put into a process. Because I tell you right now, OHA just wasted $2.9 million again into another process. Because I'm telling you right now, and I don't know who you guys talking to out there. Because there's many Hawaiians out there will tell you.
What about them?
Which Hawaiians you talking
about? What about Hawaiians who want to be American? There are.
They should be Americans.
Yeah, they can.
But they shouldn't, again, they should be Americans. Yeah. But don't talk about national lands.
Yeah, they cannot.
They cannot be confused. See, that's why they're talking Kalanapu, they're talking federal recognition.
Aloha Aina. I'm Ehu Kahu Cardwell with the Kiwani Foundation here on Free Hawaii TV, a part of the Free Hawaii Broadcasting Network. From time to time, we've asked a very simple question here on Free Hawaii TV that we hope you ponder and think about. The question is simply this: has the U.S. occupation of Hawaii worked? Is Hawaii better off under a U.S. occupation, or would Hawaii be in better shape as an independent country again, the Hawaiian Kingdom? The Honolulu Star-Advertiser published an editorial a couple of months back that helps answer this question, because this editorial dealt with what they called this. Now hold on, because here's what the Honolulu Star-Advertiser said. The secret is... How can this be, you ask? Well, something very significant happened in the 1990s that practically everybody missed noticing. What happened was that the U.S. went from a large food exporting country to a food importing country, and that is huge. Currently, Hawaii relies on 90% of all of its food being shipped from the U.S., and this editorial says that by the year 2040, what will happen is this. If the U.S. won't have enough food to feed those on the U.S. continent, how in the world will they have enough food to ship here to Hawaii? The year 2040 is only 22 years away, so Hawaii needs to stand on its own 2 feet again, not only with food sovereignty, growing its own food, but also with political sovereignty, so the decisions that are best for Hawaii can be made in Hawaii rather than by the U.S. in Washington, D.C. Think about that for a moment. Hawaii's future can be bright, or it can become a blight. Now, if you think this information is important, aloha aina. I'm Ehu Kahu Cardwell with the Kiwani Foundation here on Free Hawaii TV, a part of the Free Hawaii Broadcasting Network. We want to tell you about our next upcoming interview on the Kiwani Foundation's weekly television show Voices of Truth, one-on-one with Hawaii's future. We interview someone a lot of you have heard about lately, but probably have never had the opportunity to hear from her yourself. Why have so many of you heard the name Routh Bolomet? Recently, a memo written to 2 state judges by United Nations human rights expert Dr. Alfred Desaias was posted on Facebook. His memo refers to Routh Bolomet's current situation and also states Dr. Desaias' opinion that Hawaii is under illegal occupation by the United States. So, what is Routh Bolomet's current situation? Dr. Alfred Desaias was posted on Facebook. His memo refers to Routh Bolomet's current situation and also states Dr. Desaias' opinion that Hawaii is under illegal occupation by the United States. So, what is Routh Bolomet's current situation? Some years ago, Routh, who is Kanaka Maoli and a Hawaiian national, along with her husband, purchased some land in the Pupukea area of Oahu. But then, something very strange happened. Because of a discrepancy in her annual property tax bill, she was directed to talk to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs about her land. And what they told Routh shocked her. That's right, the Office of Hawaiian Affairs told Routh the land she bought was in fact Crown land, and therefore she was not the rightful owner, because Crown land can never be for sale. In other words, what had happened was this. Routh Bolomet had been fraudulently sold land that could not legally be sold, And when she tried to remedy this, no one in the state of Hawaii would help her. Not the lenders, not the insurance companies, and not the county or state courts. All of these players seem to be in a conspiracy of massive fraud, a violation of her human rights. So, Routh realized there was only one place left to go.
Magistrates, United Nations.
If what you've heard so far about Routh sounds interesting, watch our full interview with her starting Sunday on our Facebook Voices of Truth page and also on voicesoftruth.tv.com. Now, if you think this information is important, share this free Hawaii TV video with
is still alive and well, but the beauty of it is that Creator has shown us a different path. So you can deal with the feds believing that they have your interest in mind if you want, Indian nations. You can pursue the federal recognition relationship if you want. You can do all of that. Do it. As a nation, you are well within your rights to choose to do whatever you want. But we just want to show you what the real game is that they're playing on you and what you're getting yourself into when you agree to that, or when you agree to let Congress pass an act to put your lands into their federal trust. If you're going to be sovereign, then you shouldn't be looking for the feds or any other nation to do anything for you. You should be looking to figure out how you do things on your own. And if sovereignty is truly the goal of our nations, then we need to start to think and act sovereignly. And if we don't, then what right do we have to complain when the federal government or the Trump administration decides to do what this U.S. has been doing since it was formalized here in Indian lands? Why would we? Who are we kidding? After hundreds of years, we're still falling for the same tricks. We don't have to. You don't have to anymore. There's different paths, there's different ways. If you're willing to entertain the notion that your understanding is incorrect. And this is what the founder member nations have done. Each of the founder member nations have gone through the process of forming their constitution, their tribal government through their councils, and taking their own lands into trust. Because what other way would you go about doing it if you're talking about being sovereign and on a nation-to-nation level with the U.S.? How can you be on nation-to-nation when the U.S. is doing things for you? So just wanted to share that, family. Please do some more background on this. Did the last video on the Snyder Act, Indian Citizenship Act, talking about the Indian Reorganization Act, which was the follow-up to assimilation, which then ultimately culminated in the Kacheri versus Salazar ruling of 2009. And that's why you're starting to see a lot of what you're seeing going on, particularly with Matchbeat. And like we said, you'll probably be seeing more going on. But there is hope. Kacheri versus Salazar means that they've admitted that they didn't take any of the lands after 1934 into trust properly if they did it through BIA, which means that you still have the opportunity to do just that if your tribe is who they actually say they are. So, looking forward to seeing the comments in the section down below. Please do share because there's still more information about these things. It's always encouraging to see people adding more information to the little bits of information that we share here. And we just thank you all for your continued support, paying attention and awareness, and for just continuing to educate yourselves. And for most of all, and most importantly, finding out who you are and honoring your ancestors, honoring our Creator, honoring all of those who are out here fighting this good fight against colonialism and the system that is enforcing upon us. As always, thank you for listening to me, friends. Kapish Kanash. And I look forward to connecting with you all soon. I hope.
So alright people, after that lesson I'm gonna take you guys out. This is my house. This is my backyard. I live right on the river. See the red koi's under there. Now we're going to see the waterfall.
I see the waterfall!
Snowy, hold this. So here we go. This used to be a thriving river, but we don't. The government is a trustee now, and so it's in disarray. People is not educated properly. They're not caring for the land properly. But it's still beautiful to me. And all we need is some tender love and care, and it can come right back. Walk on the outside snow on the road. So you see all kind of trash. It's beautiful. See how it's a little dirty. Guy's fishing over there. Oh, that's a big one. A big koi. That's like the ones at the mall. It's koi. Looks like he's fishing. He's fishing. Look, his pole. Remember we went fishing and we caught all those fish? He's doing that here. There's freshwater fishing and there's saltwater fishing. Freshwater is different fishes most of the time. He's using bread, looks like. So we used to come out here and swim back in the days. It's super deep. Jump off the rocks. Used to be higher too, but they take 80% of the rivers there. They take them for corporations. Wait, Hunter. Look at that. It looks like akubeli. What is that? Akubeli? The bait. See, look, this guy don't even know how to speak English. He's not like talking because he can't speak English. But just moved here. See, that's bread. I wonder what the other bait was though. Yeah, this is what I brought you here for. The river. I just want to sit down on the river on a rock. Man, this sucks. And I was a child, all of these rivers like this you could swim in and sit down on. It's just the cleanest, most beautiful water. Nowadays you get leptospirosis signs everywhere. Yeah. Huh? So you sit right there in that pool. Oh, and just lay back and just enjoy the beautiful water. Right above here is on Taro Farm, ancient Hawaiian. It's a Hawaiian historical center, and they do hula, and they have their own taro patches and everything. Sweet potato farm, and they use this river, goes through their farm and then comes back down. See all the bees and the dragonflies. When I was a child, there's hundreds of dragonflies flying around. Bees everywhere. Always get bees trying to hit you. The bumblebees, and wasps, every kind of bee. Just loaded with bees. Nowadays, all the fishes, this river is to be teeming with all types of species of fishes. Now all the native fishes is been fished out and sold. Get out of the road. This is alloy. It's alloy, that's what we use for paper and healing. So if you get one cut, you break one piece like that, and you rub that on you. See that?
I see.
Here.
Whoa.
Oh.
On my alley.
Yeah.
Still not hurting.
Okay. Go back here.
Did you follow me?
No, let's go back.
I don't want to go back.
What? I don't want to walk all the way to that park. That's far.
We're not walking into the park. I'm going to show you something.
Look at all this shit.
Dad, my phone.
Get out of the road.
When me and my friend was here,
All this invasive species
my friend
to kill out the papaya. Look at this beautiful papaya tree.
was here.
Right papaya. Watch out, get out of the road.
So like, when my friend was here, he's coming. Yeah, I see. He picked it. And Mom said you can go over here.
This is the disarray. Never had this. You know, there's like it's a capital crime to pollute the water, and you was put to death. All these forages and shit was all gone. Nothing but native plants, fruit plants. Because why? Because our ancestors taught if you feed the fishes fruits, then you turn them into vegetarians, they become docile and they do what you want. They bend to your orders. So they used to tell the fishes to swim in the net, and the fishes would swim in the net, and they would throw out all the biggest fishes and the medium-sized fishes and take the rest, so they would spawn again. That's how my people roll, bro. That's how our ancestors did things, but we forgot. We've forgotten these fishes and all these animals, generational genetic memories, all waiting for us to wake up.